Hey everyone, welcome back for some more Fusion Cup in February. Or should I say March? Yeah, sorry for the huge delay. I didn't intend to get 100% focus on Go Battle League, but it just kinda worked out that way. In case you didn't hear the story, right around the time I was going to record this, I got a head cold. So I was out of the commentating scene, missing a lot of weekends that I would normally spend working on videos. One day, a few weeks later, I decided I'm tired of not doing nothing, I'm gonna just try a live commentary session. And that's how the Stuffy Saga started. My first Go Battle League live session. At the time, the only live commentary I could do for Pokemon battles was Go Battle League, because it was what I could do from the comfort of home. And I was just having so much fun with that I decided to go forward with it. And post-commentary stuff like this just got pushed on the back burner because I wasn't feeling up to doing post-commentary. With the live stuff, once I recorded commentary, it basically saved me a step. Instead of recording the gameplay and then recording commentary for it, both were done at the same time, so I basically just had to sync it up and then review it to make sure it sounded good. Plus, Go Battle League kinda got addicting because I got set every time I walk 3 kilometers, and I usually walk at least 3 kilometers every day, if not more. So days I was walking 6 and more than that, I was tempted to just I gotta do this Go Battle League set, otherwise it's gonna go to waste. So a lot of times, if I'm just gonna be doing Go Battle League anyways, I might as well record live commentary for it. But I spent enough time making excuses. Why don't we actually get into some battles now, don't we? So I'll be leading with my Breloom, having my Quagsire and Alolan Marowak in the back, for the whole backup thing and all. Shoutouts again to Lavos Flame and the rest of the GoCast Discord community, by the way. Hopefully Shroom will have a chance to shine in the sun today. It seems like I got the lead advantage at the very least, because my Grass type versus the Mud Boy. I still can't take Wishcast too lightly because of the Blizzard, and this is a counter set, so I am going to be relying on my seed bounds to wear it out. And hold the phone. I guess I do manage to get my Breloom out there before Alolan Marowak takes it out, but man, I had to do a double take. It was that freaking close. But at least I have to switch advantage out of this. My Breloom's not exactly the most comfortable place, and I failed to call the bluff correctly and take a nice jab ball to the face because of it. I'm not giving up hope yet though. At the very least, I'm hoping to wear out the last of my opponent's shields, but if I do take out the Alolan Marowak in the process, that's even better in my hand. Unfortunately, I'm pretty much dead fodder to this Venusaur, but I am cool with that. Quagsire, my Mizno Arms, got a nice amount of work done and isn't going down to the Venusaur without a bite. Bite? Maybe I meant to say fight, but that did take a nice chunk of health out, kinda like you're biting it off. I decided to go for the shield here, even though my Alolan Marowak resists all the moves the Venusaur has. I was definitely expecting a Sludge Bomb instead of the Frenzy Plant, but I guess I had a brain fart because I kinda forgot that Ghosts resist poison, so I actually had nothing to fear from that Venusaur. That's the one good thing about doing these in Pulse, you can catch your mistakes a lot easier because you're going in with a fresh head, I suppose. Yeah, it definitely would have turned the tide in my favor if I actually had that extra shield, but man, I guess Ghost was one type I was a little foggy on. I've been playing Pokemon since, I was 6. And I'm definitely well over 6 at this point. And I forgot that Ghost resists poison. To be fair, in my defense, most of my childhood I spent, we didn't have any pure Ghost types. Still, I guess it doesn't really matter if I messed up because I did pull off the win in the end. Anyways, onwards to round 2. We'll see if I do any better picking out another team. Let's see. Starting up this next match, it looks like I'm gonna lead with Nose Pass instead of Breloom. Maybe to spice things up, maybe to hopefully catch the flyer. Give me a sec to double check if he's got a flyer. Oh yes, the Noctowl lead would be the perfect thing for Nosepass to catch. Unfortunately, I'm going up against a Venusaur, which, I mean, fast move wise it seems like we're taking too much damage, but this Venusaur I believe is going to be a bit more of a thorn in my side than I recall. Yeah, I'm a steel type so I resist the grass moves, but I'm also a rock type, so Frenzy Plan pretty much cancels out its weakness and its resistance. And considering it's normally a fairly powerful move, I mean best grass type move in the game, don't take that for granted, it might be a little bit of an issue. The best thing I can hope for is to waste away some shields, and as resilient as Nosepass is, I'm not sure if it was the best idea for me to like try to keep it out here as long as I did. Granted, swapping over to Alolan Marowak may have been a good thing, but there was also the whole situation of giving up switch advantage. What it should have done is as soon as he swapped over to his Pokemon of the Wishcast here, instead of like trying to go for a Thunderbolt and just let my Nosepass go down, I should have gone right into a Breloom right there to just take advantage of the switch advantage. Like he was locked out switching, I could have gotten quite a few Seed Bombs off before he got to the Mud Bomb if I would have just swapped sooner. Granted, that's definitely something that Go Battle League has really taught me well. I've gotten a lot better keeping the switch pressure in since I've done Go Battle League battles. The Fusion Cup battles were recorded well before Go Battle League, so hopefully when I do cover the Toxic Cup, I'll be a lot better of shape, able to put better shield pressure and be more prepared overall. And speaking of taking care of the switch advantage pressure, I'm kind of wondering if it was really the best idea for me to swap and not just let Breloom go down, because I do give up the switch advantage here. I think the real issue is I used my Nosepass way too early and didn't have it to take care of the Noctowl. I guess I was just so used to people leading with their Noctowls at the time. And I'm trying to shield base with Bone Club, but let's be honest, both my moves are resisted incredibly by the Noctowl, so that wasn't really something worthwhile. Yeah, I'm kinda was screwed the moment the Noctowl showed his face, if I'm gonna be perfectly honest. Well, we'll see if I can turn it around for round 3. So, taking everything I learned from the last battles, I decided to lead with Shroom this time, save Nosepass in the back. Who wants to bet that he's gonna actually lead with the Noctowl this time? Putting myself in the exact opposite situation of the last battle, and yet also in the last situation for myself. Well, this is at least a promising lead. Like, this is the Pokemon that I want to catch with my Breloom. So, catching and damaging is what I will do. I just realized that this Breloom had counter, not like the grass quick move. So that alone is going to affect just how quickly it takes me to go through and wipe out the Wishcast. I think with how the meta was laying out at the time, counter was the better quick move to have. And I think it's also kind of foolish for me to shield these Mud Bombs, but at the same time, Breloom is a bit of a frail Pokemon, so I don't want to take too much damage too quickly. Oh yeah, Blizzard's this thing. It's been a while since I've watched these battles. That's the real thing that I was afraid of, and why I would actually use shields with my grass type. Because Blizzard kind of just makes you go bye-bye. And I forget if it was that battle or a battle upcoming in the future that it just did not look like I was not prepared for Blizzard. Because I was certain that it took a much longer period of time to get up to Blizzard. And actually, I'm calling BS when I think more about it. Not on my opponent, just on the concept of Blizzard in general. Because I have done some battles in Master League, Go Battle League, with a Kyogre with Blizzard. And it takes forever to get up to a Blizzard. sorry, I had to pause here because I had a realization that the reason it takes forever is because the quick moves that my Kyogre has to get the Blizzard is drastically different from the quick moves that Wishcast has to get the Blizzard. You see, Waterfall, which is Kyogre's only quick move, is strong but low on energy if I recall correctly. What I am certain of is how Mud Shot, maybe it's Mud Slap, but I'm pretty sure it's Mud Shot. It's a high energy game move, so yeah, you can get to a Blizzard pretty quickly if you have Mud Shot to power it up. So I'm kind of hoping that things are finally going to play to my advantage because I am facing off against the Noctowl here. And while it's a lot of damage, it would have been enough to farm down the Noctowl if it wasn't for the fact that this charge move is coming. There's no way this charge move isn't going to take me out. Which kind of leaves me up facing against the Noctowl, and I know, in hindsight, maybe I should have just farmed it down with my energy, but you also gotta keep in mind that I had a ground quick move, so I wasn't sure if I'd be able to defeat the Noctowl at the time before it defeated me. But in hindsight, with that Venusaur out there, it might have been worth at least taking the chance to try to wear away my opponent with Mud Shot, because that way I could just click the Stone Edge button as soon as the Venusaur come out, and that battle could have been turned the complete opposite way around. But good games all around. The fun thing about doing this after recording a whole bunch of Go Battle Leagues is I feel a lot more comfortable with when to farm energy, when to put switch pressure, things that will be very interesting to apply to my next set of Silph League battles. I'm actually really looking forward to it. Speaking of things I'm looking forward to, shout out to Maxtron here. You can see our teams up ahead. We actually did a lot of practice battles against each other, so on some senses, that's probably why he's well prepared to face off against me. I'll admit at the time, I was kind of rushing these battles because I'm just in them. After you've seen all the sets I've lost, and the pressure of my upcoming local coming by, it's kind of like in a situation where I just wanted to get these battles done as quickly as possible, which is why I'm going to spoil this and say that this is only going to be a 2-set battle. And it's also, I feel I was playing my worst. My opponent was doing just fine in the battles, but I feel like I could have been doing a lot better myself. But then again, with this sort of lead, I was in a disadvantage from the start, so good play on my opponent. He probably seen our practices just how well Breloom's worked out for me, and he was able to apply the switch pressure accordingly. That said, while I'm giving massive shoutouts and thank yous to Maxtron, if you guys remember those videos I did early on, just of showing my team composition for Fusion Cup, Maxtron was my practice buddy for all that. Like, all the footage I used was from our practice battles, so shoutouts to him for allowing that video to exist, or at least be something more interesting than just looking at my Pokemon on a status screen for about 10 to 15 minutes. All that said, why did I go for Stone Edge there? I guess, like, it's a little bit tricky of a situation. There's a reason that he switched his Whiscast onto my Quagsire when he had switch advantage. I got Stone Edge and Earthquake, and honestly, like, Earthquake would be pretty devastating to Wishcast, but I gotta make sure I actually hit it when he's not shielding, which is a bit of an issue on my end. Speaking of issues, I should have just let Wishcast took out my Quagsire. That way, I would have at least gained the switch advantage again. But I was just so ready to get my Breloom in there. As you could tell, I was having button on the switch button as soon as he got that charge move off. Unfortunately for me, he was a little bit quicker with the charge move than I was with the switch button. And which is why it would be really cool if switching wasn't a 2-step process. I feel that it would even things a lot in the competitive scene, but I feel like I bring this up every other video, so I'll just leave it there. Niantic, if you're listening, you know what you gotta do though. There's plenty of space for one Pokemon in the lower left, one Pokemon in the lower right. Ugh, I'm already going on this tangent more than I was expecting. Now, I was not sitting on that screen so long because I was debating, yes, Quagsire is a better advantage, but if I could take it out before it got to a charge move, I'd be able to get a massive amount of energy that'd be useful for his last Pokemon. Unfortunately, I just ended up taking a devastating overheat. But seeing that Bronzong as his last Pokemon, I just left me feeling that I was in a bad state to begin with, and he probably had the advantage over me overall. Probably could have done a better job with my team comp. The good news is that this is Pokemon Go and not the main series game, so this Bronzong is going to be super weak to Earthquake. Thankfully for him, he had a shield left over though, so much for that. Let's see if I can take anything I learned into the last set of these battles. Let's see, leading with Noctowl, not a bad choice. Like, if you know your opponent doesn't have a nose pass, Flyers are a good lead. Bringing nose pass and a little Marowak. I think it's a good thing at least I decided to bench Quagsire. He does have his uses on this team, just I don't think against Macron's team he would do too well. I really need a nose pass for Charizard to be honest, because like Rock Quick Move pretty much eats a Charizard for lunch. But now we're playing a tricky shield game up. Is he going for Dragon Claw, or is he going for Blast Bird, or in his case Overheat? Now, I got way too greedy, like, I saw the opportunity to switch in and I'm like, free lunch for my nose pass, and I kind of just forked over him with the switch advantage. Doing so, which kind of leaves me in an awkward situation of using my Charizard killer against the Wish Cast. And that was one Mud Bomb. Normally a 3-bar charge move. That's one of the major flaws of the nose pass. It is steel, it is rock, so it's super weak to the ground, which is why I shouldn't swap my nose pass into the Charizard and give him a free swap into his Wish Cast. I mean, granted, like, I honestly don't know how well Noctowl versus Charizard would be, so it was a tough situation on my end, but in hindsight, I'm real curious to see how this battle would go if I just let Noctowl do his work. I think the major issue of playing the game out that way would be like not having this free reign against the Wish Cast. Yeah, because like, although Marowak wouldn't do good against Wish Cast, neither would Bronzor. So I guess it was tougher than I thought, because like, if I let Noctowl die, I wouldn't have had any Super Wish Cast. But with the way I let things played out, my nose pass went down way too soon, and didn't get rid of the shields quick enough. So I think that's about it for my Silph League matches for Fusion Cup, at least in the GoCast podcast Discord. I do still have stuff for my locals I want to share. I don't know what I was thinking here. Did I really forget that he had a shield, or had no shields? Because did I really forget that Shadow Ball was super effective against it? No. I thought like I got obliterated, but in hindsight, when I see like I could have just gone for a Shadow Ball. Yeah, wow. I would have actually won that match if I went for the Shadow Ball instead of the Bone Club. I was a bit tired at the time, but that's still no excuse. Hopefully I've learned a lot since these battles went live. Speaking of which, I do still have some Fusion Cup stuff I have to share before I'm caught up with Go Battle League. But I think because I'm so far behind, and because I'd rather put more focus on some battles than others anyways. My local, instead of doing every single battle that I did, I'm gonna just focus my commentary around my favorite battles of the batch. Not necessarily everyone I win, but the ones that I felt like were close or were just interesting overall. So when I get around to post-commentating that, you'll have that to look forward to. If you like what you see, be sure to stay tuned to the channel or check out your feeds in general. I have been doing a lot of Go Battle League stuff, so if you like that, that's a good reason to check out the channel. But I will continue to keep uploading and commentating stuff for the local Silph League stuff I do too. And I guess eventually if I do another set of battles on the Discord, that's something to keep in mind too. I think going forward I'm gonna try to either do the Discord battle or the locals, and not both. Especially with recording commentary for it all. Doing 2 separate tournaments in a month was a bit overwhelming, so I should take advantage of the fact that with the podcasts or the Discord tournaments, I don't have to travel an hour or so just to do the tournaments, while with the local, that's a whole other experience in and of itself. So there's advantages to both, and I should play off those advantages, I guess is what I'm saying. Oh, look at me though, I'm rambling. I'll see y'all for the next one. Take care.